Hello, Princess on a Pillow here. I am doing a review on 90 Day Fiance, Before the 90 Days, First Date, Second Thoughts. That's the title. This is Season 5, Episode 3. First, I would like to apologize because my last two videos, I was pronouncing Tanzania and Tunisia incorrectly. Tunisia and Tanzania. I kept getting them mixed up and I kept pronouncing them differently. So Tunisia is where Hamza and Memphis is, and Tanzania is where Uzman and Kimberly is, right? So it's Tunisia and Tanzania. I'm going to get them mixed up and I'm going to pronounce them wrong. So I'm apologizing right here, right now. So let's get started. I have all kinds of notes here. So be patient with me. Okay? First off, we're going to do Gino and Jasmine. All right. We see Jasmine and Gino going out to eat. I guess they're going downstairs of the rest of the hotel that they are. They're going to a restaurant downstairs of the hotel that you're staying in. All right? And I'm so happy that Jasmine removed those stripper heels she was wearing, stripper shoes she was wearing. She got on some flats and she looks much better. Jasmine is bossy, but she seems to want to take care of Gino. She helped him put his clothes away. I wouldn't do that. I mean, he's a man. He can put his own clothes away. She helped him put on his mask. When they're at the table, she said, "Take your mask off and give me your mask." She wants to take care of him, it seems to me. But she's just bossy. She's just a bossy person. And Gino says Jasmine likes to be in control. She does. So you know who she is. This is the type of person she is. She wants to be in control. She's showing you exactly who she is. And someone has to take control. Gino is not taking control, so someone has to take control, right? Yeah. So the person taking control is Jasmine. Just relax and enjoy the ride, Gino. You ain't taking control. If Jasmine can get her jealousy under control, I think her and Gino will be good together. I think they'll be all right. Okay, so they ordered, and Jasmine ordered a vegetarian wrap, and Gino ordered a burger. And Jasmine's like a typical American. Americans like burgers. I mean, what's so wrong about a burger? You know, he's in another country. He don't want to eat anything crazy. He's hungry and he wants to do what he normally does. Go to a burger. Can't go wrong with a burger, right? So Jasmine has a problem with Gino being a meat eater. She knows that he's a meat eater. When she saw him online, or she should go on a dating site that has vegan people if that's who she wants. She can't change him. Now look right here sticking all over. What is happening? Okay, who cares? Anyway, yeah. If she wants a vegetarian person, then she needs to go online and go on sites that have vegan people. So she's saying, oh, he's a meat eater. He's a meat eater. That's what he is. You know, that's what he is. So why are you complaining about it? You know? Okay, so, she probably thinks she can convert him to being a vegan. But you can't change people unless they want to change. So Jasmine is happy when the waitress brings them wine before they even finish their first wine. So she's proud. She goes, yeah, that's the Panamanian way. That's the Panamanian way, to do it. But then when Gino wants to tip the waitress for being so good, she has a problem with that. She's saying some nonsense about don't tip the waitress because they'll get used to it, or she'll be taxed, and some nonsense. Come on. Jasmine's out there. She's out there. But before the tip incident, Jasmine gets a message on her phone, and Gino sees the message, and he says, "Who's Paul?" So she shows him the message, and she shows him that it's from her friend Paulina. So Jasmine wants Gino to check the messages on his phone. When they check the messages, there's a friend request from some woman, female. And Jasmine's like, who's this? And Gino's like, I don't know who that is. I have no idea who that is. He's so scared. So scared of her. So she said, okay. She said, no. Jasmine said, who's this bitch? And Gino's like, I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. Gino's like, I don't know who that is. So she goes, she said, let's delete this. She said, delete it, and she blocked it. So, poor Gino. He's so nervous and so scared. He just don't know what to do with himself. So Jasmine told Gina, drink your wine and let's go to the bedroom. So I'm thinking, if Gino does not want someone who's controlling, he needs to dump Jasmine and go find someone who isn't controlling. Jasmine is showing you exactly who she is. She's showing you that she's controlling and she's jealous, and you better do what she says or else. And if that's not the woman you want, go find someone else, Gino. So Jasmine gets pissed because Gino wants to tip the waitress. So she shuts down after that. She's not talking to him. She's not looking at him. She's not touching him. She's not hugging him. She's not kissing him. She is pissed. So they're in the elevator, and they're going back to the room, and she's just ignoring him, totally ignoring him. He tries to touch her, and she's just stiff. She's just stiff, you know. So poor Gino. Gino's just terrified. So when they get to the room, Gino tries to talk to her, and she goes, she said she doesn't want to talk to him, and she goes into the bathroom and shuts the door. Poor Gino, he's sitting there, he's thinking, should I take a blue pill? She doesn't look like she's in the mood to do anything, so I'm not. So he doesn't take a blue pill. So he's trying to find something, think of something to do, so he says he's going to go charge his phone. So while he's looking for his charger, Jasmine comes out of the bathroom in a little teddy, little nighty teddy, sexy nighty teddy. And when he sees her, yeah, so she's in a better mood. She wants some sex. So she asks him if he's going to go take a shower. And he says, not at this moment. He got off the plane and he's still wearing the clothes that he wore on. He hasn't showered since he got off the plane. I would go shower, Gino. I mean, come on. You know? So Jasmine gets into bed and she asked him if he wants to cuddle. And he said, okay, but I'm going to charge my phone. He'd rather charge his phone than get into bed with Jasmine. So he says he's going to charge his phone. So he gets, she gets into bed and he's charging his phone. Then he gets into bed and she has to tell him, remove your shoes. He was going to get into the bed with his shoes on. For one thing, he hasn't showered in I don't know how many hours because he was on a flight for forever. Then they went to eat. When was the last time he showered? But anyway, he got in the bed and she has to tell him, hug and kiss me. So he starts hugging and kissing her, and it was so awkward. He looked so awkward trying to hug and kiss her. I don't know. I don't know what's up with Gino. What is his problem? And then she says, take off your hat. And he says, no. I think Gino should have gotten drunk first so that he'd be more relaxed, because that would have given him some liquid courage too. So that's what I think he should have done. And that's the end of Jasmine and Gino. That's all I have for Jasmine and Gino. Gino is terrified of Jasmine. He's awkward. And I don't know what he's going to do. I think he needs to dump Jasmine and get someone else who's not controlling and who's not jealous. And he'll be all right. All right, next up is Kimberly and Uzi Uzman. I call him Uzi. Okay, so Kimberly lands in Tanzania. And I've decided I don't care for Kimberly. I do not really like Kimberly. So, so when she exits the airport, a taxi driver comes up to her and says, hello, taxi. And she asks him, are you a taxi driver? He's saying, hello, do you want a taxi? He says, hello, taxi. So she says to him, are you a taxi driver? He says, taxi? So he says, yes. And all of a sudden, she becomes a badass. She's like, I was in the military. Touch me if you want to. What? Number one, nobody wants to touch you, Kimberly. Number two, when you're in the military, you're probably 19, 20. You're now 50, okay? 3, you have a camera person with you. You have a camera person with you. Who's going to mess with you? You have a camera in your face. Who's messing with you? These men want money. They want to jump in your taxi, take them to the hotel, take them where you're going to pay them, and they get the next fare. These people want money. They have no jobs. The job is their fare. Nobody wants it to do anything to you. And the number 4 is, why do you have an aversion to concealer and foundation? She has these sunk in eyes and these indents under her eyes. I have it too. So I put makeup on or concealer on to get rid of it. I have sunk in eyes. My eyes are sunk in, and you can see it's not bags. It's just, I don't even know. It's hollow under my eyes. And she has it too. And she also can just put on some foundation or some concealer and she'll be all right. She's going to meet the man for the first time. Don't she want to look good for him? But she's not meeting him then. She's just coming off of the plane. So I guess she's going to fix herself up later, I guess. And then we finds out that, yeah, she goes to the resort and we found out that she got the honeymoon suite. I don't know why. She just have romantic ideas in her head for Uzman. I don't like her, but I kind of feel sorry for her. She's so desperate. I think what she needs to do is put a little bit of makeup on, put some earrings on, put on a little sundress, let her hair down, and if Uzman don't like it, maybe somebody else will like it. But she needs to spruce herself up a little bit, you know? Okay, so the next day, Kimberly is on her way to the airport to pick up Uzman and the fellas, the boys, the guys. I don't understand why they couldn't just come on their own. Just meet them at the resort. Why she had to go get them? That don't make any sense to me. I wouldn't have done that. But again, I'm not Kimberly. So she has roses for him. She's trying to court the hell out of Uzman, or Uzi. She's trying to court him so badly. She is wearing lipstick. And it looked like she did put on some foundation to go pick him up from the airport. And she is wearing some earrings. So she tried a little bit. She should have put on a nice little sundress, though. And let her hair down all the way. And she has her hair up. The front up and the back down. She just let it all hang loose and blow in the wind. You know, just blow in the wind. So I think her appearance went from an F to a D for, I don't know what I'm doing, but here we go. I'm so mean. So Uzi arrives in Tanzania with the 2 guys. And one of the guys said, do you think your super fan is here? And Uzman tells him, don't call her that, right? So then Uzman tells him to stay here, and I'm going to go outside and meet her first. That's probably what Elena wanted to do. She wanted some alone time with Caleb by herself to meet him for the first time. But Elena has limitations. Kimberly doesn't. So, but anyway, that was nice of him to do that. That way they get a little bit of private time together when they first meet, face to face. What I thought that was good of Uzman. I thought it was good of Uzman to tell him, don't call our super fan and stay here. Let me go meet her by myself. That was Uzman gets some kudos. So you get some points for that. Okay, so Uzman walks out of the airport, and there's Kimberly. They hug, and he could at least give him a kiss on the cheek. He didn't give her no kiss on the cheek. He just hugged her. She hugged him about 4 or 5 times. You know? Oh my gosh. Oh my, and then she said, can I touch your face? What's that all about? Your hands are the dirtiest part of your body. Your hands are touching doorknobs, pens, money, change. Your hands touch everything. And she's touching his face. She said, can I touch your face? And he's like, yeah. I'd be like, no. So she touched his face. I don't know what that was for. So when the guys come out, the first thing that one says to her is, hi, Kimberly. Hi, Superfan. And that was so rude because Uzman already told him, don't say that. Don't call her that. And that's exactly what he does. And she's like, she told him straight up. She said, don't call me that. And then Uzman said, yeah, don't call her that. I told you already. Don't call her that. So they get into the van. And the guy is still poking. He's trying to poke the bear. He goes, Kimberly, why don't you want me to call you Superfan? You know, and she says, because I'm more than a superfan. He said, well, what are you? And the other one chimes in, yeah, what are you? And they're trying to go at her. They're being rude and disrespectful, and they're trying to go at her. They just met her. They don't know her, and they're trying to go at her, poking her. So Uzman finally jumped in and told him, you know, he shut it down. And I was so proud of Uzman. Uzman, you are getting some points today. I was proud of him for shutting them down. He basically made them shut up. He should have made them apologize to her. She said, I'm more than a superfan. They said, well, what are you? It's none of your damn business. You work for Uzman, okay? It's none of your damn business. Okay, so they get to the resort, and Kimberly tells Uzman to come to her room to get his gifts. She is courting the hell out of Uzman. Where's the gift that he had for her? He had no gift for her. Where's her gift? Why is she buying him gift? It's supposed to be the other way around. The man buys the gift, the man do the courting. What the hell? And for doing that, she's setting the tone of the relationship. The tone of the relationship is going to be she gives, and he takes. And that's what she's doing. She's building the tone for the relationship. And it's not good. And that's why I think Uzman like older women. He doesn't have to wine and dine them and buy them gifts. All he has to do is show up and smile. That's it. And these are lonely older women. And, you know, they're scraping, how do you say it? They're scraping the bottom of the barrel. They'll take any little attention they can get because they're older and they're lonely. It's pathetic. And they shouldn't let older women get that bad rep. So Kimberly goes back to her room, and she, I guess she gets the staff to decorate the bed for her with swans kissing and rose petals all over the bed and stuff. I don't know what she's trying to entice Uzman to do. And Uzman is in his confessional. He says Kimberly looks better in person than she do on video. So, hey, don't know if he was lying, telling the truth, don't know. So when Uzman goes to her room and she tells him, oh, he said, this is a nice room. She goes, this is the honeymoon suite. And Uzman explains to her that you get the honeymoon suite after the honeymoon, not before the honeymoon. After the wedding, not before the wedding. So, I don't know, I guess Kimberly just wants to be romantic for Uzman. Uzman says Kimberly's room was set up romantic, but it was too much because he's not her boyfriend yet. I think Uzman is just dangling a carrot in front of her face. So Kimberly gives Uzman his gifts. She gave him a MacBook Pro and a PS5. I guess that's a gaming system or game system or whatever. I don't play that stuff, so I don't know. And Uzman is so happy. He's hugging his gift and he's kissing it and he's hugging his gift. He gave her a little bit. He gave her a hug, but you can at least kiss her on the cheek. It doesn't cost anything to kiss somebody on the cheek. It costs her more for what she paid for those gifts. And if I can just give her a little kiss on the cheek, why couldn't he just give her a little kiss on the cheek? No kiss on the cheek. He just hugged her, but he was kissing the hell out of the MacBook Pro and hugging it. And I think he even said he was going to sleep with it. Oh, So then he went back to his room and left Kim in her room all alone. Kimberly, I'm here to tell you, don't buy him any more gifts. Don't buy him any more gifts. Ridiculous. Okay, we're done with Kimberly and Uzman, let's go on to Elena and Caleb. Okay, Elena, that's her name, Elena. I'm going to call her Elena. Elena is at the airport sitting in her wheelchair, and she's waiting for Caleb to come around the corner. So he comes around the corner with his suitcases, and they see each other, and he bends down and he hugs her. And they both remove their masks to see, you know, so they can see each other's face. And Caleb told Elena that she looks great, but she's smaller than he thought. And I think he's disappointed. And Elena asks Caleb, Elena, I got a message on my phone. Elena asks Caleb if it's weird for him, you know, and Caleb says, it's different. All you had to do is just say no, it's not weird. He says, it's different. That made her, I would have felt bad. If I was her, I'd have felt bad. I think Caleb is disappointed. So Caleb is pushing Elena's wheelchair, and he's pushing his 2 suitcases. And he says he's tired. Okay, I'm going to say he's tired because he just got off of a long flight. And that's very tiring. A 3-hour flight for me is tiring. So, yeah, so he's tired. Caleb said that when they talk online, let me hurry up. Caleb said that when they talk online, it's usually from the waist up. So why didn't you ever ask her for a body shot? A full body photo. What the hell? So he says it's jarring to see her in her size compared to his. Yeah, so he's pushing her wheelchair and he's pushing his suitcases. Then when they get to the vehicle, he had to, you know, collapse the wheelchair, put it in the car, in the vehicle, put the suitcase in the vehicle, lift Elena up, put her in the vehicle. He's doing the exact same things that Caleb had to do. In her confessional, Elena said she is disappointed that she didn't get a kiss from Caleb. He didn't even kiss her on the cheek. What's up with these people? Why can't they just kiss on the cheek? Or even on the lips? What is wrong with these people? And that's the reason she didn't want Elijah to stay, because she wanted that alone time with them for some hugs and kisses. And she didn't even get that. So she's disappointed. And I think Caleb is shell-shocked. He probably wants to go home. And in the vehicle on the way to the... Hold on a second. I'm filming. Did you hear me? I'm filming. Okay. All right. That's my sister. She just got home. Anyway, I think Caleb is shell-shocked. And I think he's ready to go back home. He's barely even talking to her in the van. But anyway, they get to the hotel. And when they get out of the van, she gets out of the van on her own. She couldn't open the door, but he had to open the door for her. And then she crawls out on her own. And then when he's taking the stuff out of the vehicle, the wheelchair and the suitcases, he asks her, what can she carry? Look how tiny she is. What in the hell does he think she can carry? She says, I can carry my purse. He doesn't realize that she's a little person with limitations. What the heck does he want her to carry? Everything he had was bigger than her. So Caleb says he's overwhelmed. He says he's overwhelmed. And I know Caleb is tired from being on that long airplane ride, but Caleb is young, strong, and healthy. He needs to act like it. Act like you're young, strong, and healthy, because that's what you are. You know what I'm saying? He said he's overwhelmed. So when they get to the inside the hotel, and he sees her trying to climb the steps, he takes pity on her and he picks her up and takes her up the steps. And in the room, they're chit-chatting. Caleb puts Elena on the bed, and she tells him that Elijah slept over, and she wants to know if he sees her as just a friend, because he's not kissing her and hugging her like she wants to be kissed and hugged. So he says he's tired and he's going to go clean up. So he goes to clean up, and Elena is laying on the bed, and she's disappointed because she's getting no affection from Caleb. And that's the end of Caleb and Elena. So let's move on to Mike and oh my gosh, Mike and Hamana. Wow. Okay, here we go. we see Mike packing for his trip to Colombia. And he's in his room packing, and the ceiling of his room look like it's like this. Like he's in the attic. So maybe his room is in the attic. So my thing is now, if his room is in the attic, how is that where, Hamana, I was about to say Elena, is that where Hamana and her sons are going to stay when they come over to the States? Where are they going to stay? Because he looks like his room is in the attic. Anyway, they'll figure that out. So Mike makes sure he packs the wedding ring. He showed us the wedding ring. It's cute. It's little, but it's cute. And then Mike is talking to his father and grandfather. And he said the plan is to propose while he's there in Colombia. And then when he comes back to the States, do the visa to get her and her sons to the States. And I say good luck with that. So he says goodbye to his grandfather and his father, and he hugs them goodbye, kisses his grandfather goodbye. And next thing we see Mike is on his way to the airport. Then Mike gets to Colombia and he goes to baggage claim, and he's saying that's where he was supposed to meet Hamana, but she wasn't there, and he was there for like 30 minutes and she still wasn't there. She hadn't shown up yet. So he seems to be getting a little nervous and a little scared. So they show Hamana 24 hours earlier. And Hamana says she's 24 years old. She lives in Colombia. And they show her hanging out with her sons. And Hamana, boy, she told us a lot about herself. And I think that's good. Because if she don't tell us all the secrets, somebody is going to Google her or figure it out and start telling us stuff about her, and they're probably going to get it wrong, add things here to make the story look more juicy. So my hat is off to her for telling us, you know, the good, the bad, and the ugly. She says she's a single mom, and she has a 9-year-old and a 3-year-old. She said the 9-year-old dad was a one-night stand. She said the 3-year-old dad is in jail. She said she met him on Facebook, and they spoke for 4 to 5 months. And then she went to visit him in jail. And she said she fell in love with him. And she wanted a child. So she went to jail twice to get pregnant for him. And she got pregnant. On the second try, she got pregnant. I don't know how they have sex in jail, but she got pregnant. And she says that despite him being in jail, he communicates with his son, the 3-year-old, almost every day. I wonder if Gino knows about Gino. I wonder if Mike knows about this. And I wonder if that guy in jail, well, I was about to say, I wonder if he's going to allow his sons to move to another country. But what can he do? He's in jail. Can't do anything about it, right? Yeah, and I wonder if Mike knows all about the stories, the one-night stand and the pregnant, the jailhouse sex pregnancy. I wonder if he knows about any of that. I don't know. He didn't mention it. Hamana says they gave him a lot of time in jail. So she kind of says that he was protecting his uncle or something, and I guess something got out of hand. I don't know if it's murder. I don't know what it is. I don't even know if I can say murder on YouTube, but hey, sorry if I can't. Anyway. So Hamana says she wants someone who can support her now, because the first guy was only a one-night stand. He's not helping her. The other one is in jail. He can't help. So she wants someone who can support her and her kids. I don't know why she didn't think about that before she got pregnant for the guy in jail. He's in jail. How do you think he was going to support you and the child? And he's in jail. Anywho, when we're young, we make dumb decisions. Me included. Okay? Also, Hamana says that she's a manicurist, but she's not been able to work because of the pandemic. And she says basically Mike was her savior. She showed us the couch that Mike got for her. The dining room set. I like the dining room set. It's nice. The dining room set that he got for her. And She showed us the refrigerator that he got for her, the stove that he got for her, the blender that he got for her, the food processor that he got for her, the coffee maker that he got for her. And she said he gives her money for rent and food. Mike is the man. He's doing the do. Amanda said that Mike is not the kind of guy she is attracted to because she liked big men. I can understand that. I do too. Amanda says her ex-boyfriends have been a policeman to 2 artists, farmers, even drug dealers. And I really like that she's telling her story. So that nobody else can come and twist it and, you know, make it look worse. You know, make it look worse. Okay. Amanda says Mike is not handsome physically, but from the heart he is. So he's handsome from the heart. Okay? And I agree with Humana. He has to be a nice guy to do all of that for her. I don't know her, never met her, you know? So Humana is talking to her father about Mike's arrival the next day. He asks about them communicating since she doesn't speak English. Humana says it's going to be hard, but Mike basically is her everything. And that's good to hear. That's good that she's thinking about him that way, you know? Because poor Mike, he just wants somebody to love him. And she wants her kids to have a better life in the United States. But I'm not feeling her father. I'm not feeling her father. Her father says he's worried that Mike is not what he says he is. How is he not what he says he is? Mike has been doing all the giving in this relationship. He hasn't gotten anything from Humana. So how is he not the person he says he is? He hasn't received a thing in this relationship. What's the father talking about? I know she's his daughter and he loves her and he cares about her. But where was he when she was dating drug dealers? Where was she when she was running to and from the jail trying to get pregnant? All of a sudden you care about her? Why wasn't he worried about her then? He's worried about Mike, who's buying her all this stuff, taking care of her, buying her a refrigerator so she'll have nice, you know, cool, somewhere to put her food so she can feed her kids, and stove so she can cook food for her kids, food processor so she can chop up vegetables for her kids. And you're worried that he's not the person he's portraying himself to be? And then the father said that he is the one that has to give the blessing. I guess he has to give the blessing before she can go to the States with Mike. Did he give the blessing for her to receive couch, dining room set, refrigerator, stove, food processor, coffee maker? What is he talking about? Blessing for what? She's a grown woman with 2 kids. What is he talking about? She's not some teenager. Did you give your blessing for her to date drug dealers? Did you give your blessing for her to go to the jailhouse and have sex and get pregnant? You gave your blessing for that? This man Mike is supporting your child and your grandkids. Are you supporting them? The baby daddies can't support them. You can't support them. He's supporting them. So what are you talking about? You need to give your blessing. The father needs to go sit down in a corner somewhere. And then Hermana said that there are things she hasn't told Mike about her life in the past. She said it scares her how he's going to react. So I'm scared for him too. I don't know what the hell she's talking about. She done told us so many things already. Is there something else she needs to tell us about her past? Oh my gosh. Let's move on. We're gonna move on to Ella and Johnny. We need to hurry up. We got to meet the last couple, Ella and Johnny. Ella is 29 years old. And she's from Idaho. She's into the Asian culture. And she's into cosplay. We see her outside in the backyard attacking a dummy with a sword. Her house is painted purple on the outside. She collects dragon figurines. She talks about growing up overweight and how horrible it was. She said she's been in a lot of relationships where she wasn't treated the way she should have been treated. She sounded like Mike. I guess she was on a dating site for in Idaho, and she wasn't meeting anybody in Idaho, so she went on social media and found a site for Asian men, white women, and that's how she met Johnny. Now Johnny is from China. He's 34 years old. He looks okay. He doesn't look bad, and they've been talking for a year and a half, and they are officially boyfriend and girlfriend. Johnny is applying for a travel visa so that he can come for a visit. So we see Ella, she's on horseback. I guess her family owns a ranch. She's hoping that when Johnny comes, they'll get married and her and Johnny will run the ranch. I don't see that happening. Johnny does not look like a ranch hand to me. I don't think that's going to happen, Ella. So Ella's talking to her mother and they're discussing Johnny. Johnny will be there a month from the time that they're talking about. A month and a half or something like that. And she tells her mom that Johnny has never seen a horse or a cow. And she tells her mom that Johnny's going to help her with her weight loss. He's going to cook her healthy meals. Ella's mom is worried because men usually take advantage of Ella. And she doesn't know if she can trust Johnny not to take advantage of Ella. Ella says Johnny is protective and he's nice. So Johnny is coming to Idaho and he's staying for 3 months. Ella is hoping that by the end of his trip, she will be engaged. Ella and her roommate Sonia are going out to eat. They meet up with Ella's best friend, Corby, at the restaurant. So Corby is married. She's white, and she's married to an Asian guy who was born in Thailand. So she told us more about, Ella tells us more about Johnny. Johnny is a single father. He has a 5-year-old son. He's divorced. Johnny's sons live with his grandparents because Johnny travels for his job. Johnny sees his son a couple of times a month. These are all Ella's words. And she said, I think she said that Johnny has full custody of his son. She said the mom kind of left because she has another family. I have no clue what that means. Ella says once her and Johnny establish a good foundation, then hopefully they will bring Johnny's son over. Hopefully. I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to say nothing about that. Ella goes on to say that she has been nude on a video chat with Johnny. She talks more about intimate things between that her and Johnny do online, and she has toys. But I'm going to skip all that. I'm a bit of a prude. I'm going to skip all that. Don't need to know any of that. And then her best friend, Corby, threw her under the bus. She's just going to throw this out there. Corby mentioned that that Ella met an Indian guy online. And I'm not sure if they referred to him as the Indian guy. And I'm not sure if that's correct. Isn't it Native American? You can't just be talking about Indian guy, Indian this. Isn't it right? It's Native American, I think. I'm not sure Indian guy is right. Doesn't sound right. So I'm going to give him a name. I'm going to call him Paul. So she, let me see. So she met Paul online. And Ella thought Paul was the one. And she said she was in an online relationship with Paul for a year. And then they met up in Thailand. And when he saw her in person, he refused to be intimate with her. And she felt that it was because of her weight. And she said that messed up her self-esteem. And Ella is concerned that when Johnny sees how big she is, he won't like her. And I feel that. I feel you, Ella. But you need to try and lose some weight. If you if you're going to be there in a month or so, a month and a half, you have time. You can lose a little bit of weight. Go walking, go jogging, eat more fruits and vegetables than regular food, fattening food. You can lose a couple of pounds before he gets there. Last but not least, let's talk about Memphis and Hamza. Hamza is a trip. I'm not feeling Hamza. Let's go. So we see Memphis. She's in Paris. She has a 3-hour layover. Poor thing. She must be tired. She's on her flight, and then she gets on her flight to Tanzania. Tunisia. Keep getting Tanzania and Tunisia mixed up. She gets on her flight to Tunisia. So we finally get to see Hamza, and I am disappointed. We see Hamza kicking and punching a punching bag. He says he's 28 years old. He says kickboxing is his passion. And I don't think he knows what the hell he's doing. He says kickboxing make him feel strong and self-confident. His body doesn't look like it has any muscles to me. And it has no definition. So I don't think he's a kickboxer. I think that's just a little hobby. I don't know. I think he just decided to do something to be on camera to show that he does something. I don't know. That doesn't look like he's a kickboxer or know anything about kickboxing. I would like to see him in a kickboxing tournament. So he pulls out a picture of Memphis on his phone and shows it to some guy. And he says, "This is who is going to be my wife, God willing." Hamza said that he prefers plump girls with a sexy body. So I guess he considers Memphis a plump girl with a sexy body. Hamza said that, this is what gets me, this pisses me off. Hamza, whatever, says that Tanzanians think American women are sluts who wear revealing clothing and have many sexual relationships with men. Now, he said Tanzanians. He didn't say some Tanzanians believe, or some Tanzanians think, or most Tanzanians think. He says Tanzanians think. That means all Tanzanians. So he's saying, basically, all Tanzanians think American women. He didn't say some American women. He didn't say American women in New York. He said, think that American women, so you're going to put all American women. All. Because he didn't say some. He didn't say American women in New York. He said American women. So we're going to say all American women are sluts who wear revealing clothing and have many sexual relationships with men. So that's what he's saying. Tanzanians think about American women. Okay? That's what he's saying. Okay? And then he says he wished Memphis didn't have so many relationships, but I don't like a boring woman. Okay. So we see Hamza's mother goes in his room to wake him up. And I think that scene was a setup scene because she's waking him up and he's wearing regular clothes. He's not wearing pajamas. He's wearing regular clothes, a sweater and jeans. He's wearing regular clothes. The cameraman probably just saying, jump into bed, let's just shoot this scene real quick. Hamza said in Tunisia, it's common for people to live with their parents until they marry. Hamza says he lives with his mother and sister. He says his mother cooks for him, does his laundry, cleans his room, and does not let him help. Bull. Okay, if she don't let you help, while she's making your bed, go make breakfast. While she's making your bed, do a load of laundry. What do you mean she doesn't let you help? What a crap. He's lazy. He doesn't want to help. He wants somebody to take care of him. And in those countries, just like Jamaica, I'm from Jamaica, the men are catered to. The women cook and clean and do everything, and the men are catered to. But the men go out and work and bring the money home. He's full of crap. He says his mother treats him like a baby. And he loves it. I'm saying he loves it. I think his mother does everything because if she doesn't do it, it doesn't get done. And then he says, God bless her, because he loves it. He loves the fact that he doesn't have to do anything. Hamza is a mama's boy. And that's the worst type of man there is. That's one of the worst type of men there is. Memphis, run. Run. Get back on the plane and run. Run to the plane. So Hamza and his mother are talking, and she asks Hamza if Memphis knows how to cook. And Hamza says not much, just a little. I think she better know how to cook because she has kids that she's raising. She has 2 kids she's raising. Well, 3. Hamza makes 3. So another kid she's going to have to raise. Hamza says when she comes, you can teach her. How about your mom teach you how to cook, Hamza? How about that? Or Hamza? How about that? How about let your mom teach you how to cook? Hamza said his parents got divorced when he was 10 years old. Which is shocking to me because in that culture, you don't do that. You don't get divorced. You stay together forever, no matter how miserable you are. Hamza and his mom talk a lot. They talk a lot of gibberish back and forth. They talk about, my mom took care of me. My mom means everything to me. When I get to the States, I want to help her out. And the mom's like, I don't care if Memphis is a foreigner. I hope she's up to par. How can she be up to par when your son says Tanzanians think American women are sluts who sleep around and wear revealing clothing? So what up to par are you talking about? That's what your son said. So what up to par are you talking about? And then she says, Hamza is my only son. He is my life. Okay. And the mom wants to be 100% sure that Memphis is going to take care of her son. How is she going to make sure that Hamza is going to be taken care of? How? How is she going to make sure that's going to happen? And usually, the man takes care of the woman. In my world, we take care of each other. Man and woman take care of each other in my world. But she wants, I think both her and her son are delusional. The mother wants Memphis to take care of Hamza and respect him. So while she's cooking and cleaning and providing him a roof over his head, food in his stomach, clothes on his back, she got to respect him too. She got to do all that. And what's he going to be doing? While she's respecting him and taking care of him and giving him all he needs to live and enjoy life and have a good life, what's he going to be doing? Oh, he's going to be fake kickboxing. He's going to be fake kickboxing. Right. So Hamza's sister comes home and they are talking more about Memphis. She wants to know if Memphis knows the Tanzanian way of living. She said some of Memphis' pictures were a bit indecent. She said, we see a lot of pictures of her that she sent to him. Why is he showing his mom and sister the indecent one, the ones showing her breasts? Why don't he show her the ones that's not? Why is he doing that to her? You should have shown them that the pictures, you know, with the breasts out and the thighs out. Show her the decent one, because I've seen some decent ones when she's fully clothed that she sent him. Why he need to show his mom and his sister those? You think he's slick? They are worried that Memphis' lifestyle is different from theirs. Your son said Tanzanians think that American women are sluts. They sleep around and they wear revealing clothing. So, how are you saying that you think her lifestyle is different from yours? Obviously, her lifestyle is different because all American women, we sleep around, we wear revealing clothing, and we're sluts. So, of course, our lives are different from yours, right? Right. Your own son said that out of his own mouth. So, what are you talking about? So, the mother tells Hamza which room Memphis will be sleeping in, which is going to be Hamza's room. So Hamza asks his mother if it's a problem if he sleeps in the same room as Memphis. But it's not okay with the mom because they're not married. But Hamza says as long as they love each other, he doesn't have a problem with it. He doesn't think it's wrong as long as they love each other. Hamza just wants him some, that's all. And he knows Memphis is going to be pissed. Hamza tells his mother and sister that Memphis will think it is weird if they don't sleep in the same room. His sister told him he will sleep in the living room and Memphis will sleep in his room. Hamza said in his confessional that he told, or Hamza, whatever, that he told Memphis that his mother said it was okay if they slept in the same room. So he lied to Memphis. Memphis is going to be pissed that he lied to her, and she's going to be pissed that they can't sleep together. Hamza said he's worried that his mother won't like Memphis. She better pretend to like Memphis because Memphis is her meal ticket. Then he says he's worried that Memphis won't like his mom. Memphis better pretend to like his mom because she's staying in the mom's house. Or she can just go get a hotel room if she got the money. Hamza said this issue is stressing him out. Hamza does nothing all day but sleep and then go fake kickbox. He does nothing all day and this stresses him out. Man, you wait till Memphis gets there. You're going to really see some stress. So Hamza and his mother, they're fixing up the room for Memphis. And they're putting on bed sheets on the bed. And it's like a kid's bed sheet with cows and sheep on it. And his mom gave him roses to give to Memphis. Why he couldn't do it himself? Why he couldn't go buy some roses or pick some roses for her himself? The mom had to get the roses to give to him for him to give to her. It's crazy. I think Hamza is pathetic. I think he's pathetic. He's a man-child. So Hamza's friend is driving him to the airport to pick up Memphis. Hamza does not drive because he said that he got into a fight with the instructor, so he didn't pass. So Hamza does not know how to cook, clean, do laundry, make a bed, or drive. Oh, he knows how to fake kickbox. Yes. Keep forgetting that. He knows how to fake kickbox. Okay. So Hamza said times are hard and there are no jobs. He said that when his parents got a divorce, they had limited income. Divorced women are viewed negatively. And then divorced woman loses her value. Why? I don't know. She can still do the exact same things she was doing before when she was married. So why does she lose her value? He said that she would be turned down for jobs because she's divorced. How would they know she's divorced? Do they have a part on the application that says, are you married or divorced? Just check I'm married or check I'm single. Why do they need to know on a job application if you're divorced? In Tanzania, don't they have alimony? Don't they have child support? On a job application, they need to know if you were married. They need to know how many boyfriends you have, how many dates you've been on. Why do they need to know that? Why do they need to know she's divorced? That's crazy. I'm just said he said the American. Oh, he said the salary in America is much better. So when he gets to America, he will be able to help his mother. I hope that works out for him because all he knows how to do is, well, fake kickbox. He doesn't mind doing anything else. Okay, so Hamza gets to the airport. Memphis has arrived in Tunisia. She is in the bathroom freshening up, and she's wetting her wig and scrunching it. She needs to take that damn ugly wig off her head because her hair is much prettier than that wig. I don't know why she's wearing that thing. The wig is the ugliest thing. Okay, so they finally see each other, and they're hugging and kissing. No, they're not kissing. They're hugging and smiling, and they're very happy to see each other. And they start walking out of the airport. And this is when Memphis realized that she has a man-child on her hands because Hamza does not know how to exit the airport. He don't know how to exit the airport. He got in the airport, but he don't know how to get out of the airport. I'm telling you, that's the end of Memphis and Hamza. Okay, so if you like to see more of my videos, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Please. I will be back next week with another review of 90 Day Fiance. Before the 90 days. This is Princess on a Pillow. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.